Hey, what's up, jabronis? My name is Meg, and I like building things from TV and movies in The Sims. Today, I'm building Paddy's Pub from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Here's what it ended up looking like as far as the exterior goes. Got some gorgeous lighting going on right now. Beautiful. And this is the lot I built it on in my game, the old salt house in San Myshuno. So starting with a box here, I was trying to figure out a door and window combination that would have the right vibes, and I didn't have anything in my game, so I ended up downloading this CC set from the Sims resource. That'll be linked below in the description box, along with the rest of the mods and CC I used to build this. The exterior shots of Paddy's Pub were filmed at an actual building in LA called the Starkman Building. So I was able to reference that to get some of the exterior angles right. It definitely gives old industrial warehouse, and I love her for that. The other windows I'm using here in this build are my actual favorites, Maple and S Construction by Charlie Pancakes, whose creations are not on CurseForge yet, but they do have a Patreon with a ton of great free content that'll be linked below. Are you jabronis using CurseForge yet? Leave a comment how you feel about it, because I love it and I feel like I'm in the minority about that. Anyways, the columns I'm ending up using are from the Grove collection by Felixander. I only used a couple things from that collection in this build, those and I think some shelves, but I felt like those columns were such a good color. Just getting those symmetrical here in the front. Getting columns everywhere. And the basement in there. And since there aren't alleys in The Sims at all, sometimes I will grab like a building shell from Debug to place behind my build to create that kind of space. Like when I built the alibi room from Shameless, that speed build is also on my channel. But this lot is a lot smaller and close to the water, so it doesn't really fit a whole building behind it. So I ended up using those set pieces from Get Famous to kind of make it look like there are some fake buildings back there. And then I'm filling this fake alley with garbage and eventually a milk steakhouse. You know, always sunny things. Anyways, Growing Together is almost out. I definitely did not pre-order it, but I will be buying that pack for the build and buy items, as long as they don't look as janky as that bathroom clutter pack. I don't know if you guys watched the live stream announcements, but the gameplay in Growing Together looks pretty sad compared to earlier Sims games. It's just a good example of why I don't actually play this game anymore. It is super boring and repetitive and glitchy. Not that build mode doesn't have its glitches, besties. It obviously does. Half walls, terrain paint, doors and windows. But the game is almost unplayable in live mode, in my opinion, depending on what you're trying to do. Yeah, I can't wait till Paralives comes out, and kind of Life by You. Although the art style isn't my favorite in Life by You, I bet it does function really well, like City Skylines. But Paralives looks really cute and customizable. Looks so good. But yeah, got this floor plan started. I had to prioritize what I wanted to look like the show and what I wanted to kind of fudge. I decided the exterior was the easiest to work around, so I went from there and then prioritized the main bar area after that. And I decided to go with those base game counters that match that bar so I could extend it a bit longer. The pool table is custom content by Severinka. They make a lot of great basic items that are just missing in The Sims. And there is a tobacco vending machine at the front of the bar there from Base Mental. And I'm using a bunch of different mismatched bar stools. They're all Maxis, but I shoved a bunch of extra ones in between the slotted spaces for a bit of realism, but that all functions normally. The only thing that ends up being a little funky functionality-wise is the bathroom. You'll see later I decide to make it into just the one bathroom that we see a lot of in the show since their spacing is way off. But while there are 2 doors, I do block the women's door with some shelving so it's not functional. But I did furnish the top 2 floors with some like old apartments a little bit, so there are bathrooms up there if needed for gameplay. And like the alibi room in my game, I did also end up placing this lot as a restaurant so that I could have Frank own it. So I threw a little restaurant in the building next door with all the necessary items and whatnot. I'll do a tour at the end and show you all those spaces, but I cut it from the speed build since it's not part of the show. So yeah, the main space is starting to come together now. Gotta get Charlie's keyboard in here for some theme songs and trying to win awards. Getting some decorations on the wall, neons, and a TV in the corner so we don't miss diaper time on public access. And a dartboard for if you flinch, you lose. So some final finishes in the main bar area here. And then I'm gonna move on to the office. Here we go. Get the wall in here and start with a water stain that looks remarkably like the Virgin Mary. Get a shitty computer in there. File cabinets and stuff. And a calendar of construction workers that Mac probably picked out. Some other junk. And there's another TV in here as well. And I'm throwing some extra chairs in for podcasts with Rickety Cricket. Glue bottle there. A few more things. Sexy lady on the wall. And we'll move on to the basement. Sure, so lots of concrete down here. More big pillars. Wanted to make it like a cold, dark basement. Alright, and here you can see I was trying to choose the right item to place by the stairs there. They have like a typical craftsman tool chest that you see in like every basement and garage in the US, but we don't have anything like it in The Sims. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of junking up the shelves over here till I finally decide on this counter that I'm pretty sure is base game. Got Charlie's paint and boombox for when he captures a leprechaun that I've placed there as a little gnome. And over here, I tried to create something that could look like a furnace for Charlie to burn all the trash in and give the bar that nice smoky smell. It took me a while, but I combined that wall fireplace with some wall vents and a metal wall and some columns, and I think it looks alright. Yeah, a few more touches down here. Some glue bottles. Some more junk to fill the space. And I'm gonna move up to the bathroom in a second here. Perfect. All right, yeah, so starting with some stalls with graffiti in here, and those tiles I use on the walls are from Oak House, also by Pierre Sim. So close to the perfect color. And there are the shelves that are blocking the woman's door. You can see I was trying to do like a custom tiled floor back there, but I ended up just using the flooring from Winter Garden since it was so much closer. And those nasty base game counters and those urinals I just downloaded from Mod The Sims. They do actually function too. Link is down below. But pretty good. Adding some clutter and stains on the wall here. And so that pretty much does it for the spaces that we see in the show for like the layout. So I'm just going to be going around adding some final decorations, details and adjustments, and more Easter eggs. There's a little steakhouse. Pretty much just going America all over this build. Rock, flag, and eagle. Unfortunately, there isn't a Coors sign to let everybody know that there is ice cold Coors here, but we can pretend it's one of those neons. If you like this build, please like the video and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more speed builds, ya jabronis. But yeah, just trying to fill up the walls here with bar-looking decorations and lots of green. Some graffiti on the walls. Expand the Virgin Mary stain. Amen. Just making all this look set up right. And here you can see a bit of that restaurant as I'm doing some finishes outside. The building in real life on the right side is almost as long as the whole city block, it looks like. And I've got Google Maps up now, so the fire escape is definitely supposed to be on that side. And I'm adjusting all the beautifully symmetrical windows to match the building as best I can. Is everybody staying hydrated? Make sure you drink your water. Alright, so up here I do a little homage to Charlie's bedroom where he likes to go alone and break bottles. Obviously we don't have a bunch of broken bottles, but we do have some debug trash and some wall stains and such that I use. I know it's supposed to be in like an attic space, but I figured it would work best in The Sims like this. And I'll show you the floor plans up there that I threw in later. Back downstairs to fill in these bar back shelves. I'm using a lot of glassware from Debug. And here we have the gang's Chardy McDennis game pieces. Some nice respectable dolls for Dennis and Dee, and some matching superheroes for Mac and Charlie. We don't use that robot. And some trash around, beer bottles everywhere. Fairy lights. And an IV drip to mainline the wine round. Next to the presentation board over there, perhaps showing a graph of how often the Dennis system works, or maybe what percentage of Frank has been cleared of donkey brains. I don't know. We've got some wolf cola out, of course, or maybe that's canned wine. And I'm finally getting some liquor bottles. I was avoiding this for the longest time because I know there are only like 2 that I can use from the game, and I'm trying to use less CC, but I end up using those bottles from the Arts Collection by 6MCC because they're just too perfect. Couple more wall decorations and more clutter for the bar back. Gonna be adding some wine and some wine bottle or wine glasses. There we go. Wine glasses. And some cups for Philadelphia. Shaker, some martini glasses. Milk jugs, eggs. A couple more things for the bar back here, just filling in space. Those could be licorice. Don't look too close. And maybe that is Charlie's journal to decipher or Dennis's memoirs. Anyways, down here we're adding Frank's, I think, Vietnamese card game, Ben Roy. Okay, so here we are in the game with the finished build then. We will head inside here. And this is what the main bar area ended up looking like. We do have the gang all here hanging out. Got some arguments going on, it looks like. I'll give you a 360. And into the bathroom here. Super gross. And back out to the bar. Ooh, Charlie's mad. Into the office. Here's this finished product here. I've got this pride flag over here to commemorate Dennis's failed experiment. All right, and let me get out of tab mode to show you the rest. Here's the exterior from this angle. And this alley situation back here. Bunch of trash, city living stuff. Steakhouse. Oh, and the basement, of course, with the leprechaun and furnace and card game. And back up here, so over here is the little restaurant that I threw in. This door is locked in my game. And over here I have the stairs to go upstairs and the basement stairs. And so upstairs here you can see, like, I tried to build some like little abandoned apartments maybe. So the trash and like old furniture and appliances and stuff everywhere. And the functional bathroom's also up here. And here's Charlie's finished bedroom. Lots of scratches and cracks on the walls. But yeah, that's the build pretty much finished. Paddy's Pub, gorgeous. Oh yeah, I did I did add the little mouse hole and some gasoline to get Dee's arm unstuck over there too. Super funny. So yeah, this build was super fun for me to build. I hope you liked it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!